Let the other people in over here. All right. So this is Kauri's Corner, all about men's mental health. Looking at that today. This is what we've been looking at for the past, we're going on 2 weeks now. So we're gonna finish this out and have some different kind of topics, but I want to give you factual topics, actual factuals, right? So tonight, tonight we're gonna be discussing the pros and cons of splitting the bills 50-50 in men's mental health, right? Now, we hear all of this mess about 50-50, like a man should pay all the bills, and I want a traditional woman or a traditional man, and I'm a provider, I'm a protector. Okay, now let's look at the real conversation, right? Let's look at the real talk here. Now, when you think about it, that traditional mindset was set, you know, probably right below the 70s. So it went back that far. Then it started changing after the 70s. So in that time period, there were a lot of things that women and equality, just black, white, so many things that took place and changes. People started buying, economics went up. We started buying crap that we don't need too, right? So then we got we changed into this COVID time period, this computerized robotic generation. And we had a big loss of jobs. These past 2 weeks I've gone through like, hey, why do men have mental health problems? And man, it is because of their financial situation, their health situation, the way they feel about how their body looks to society. These are the reasons why men have these problems. A lot of their depression, like once we start building on those, a man really comes back pretty quick. He bounces. But these are the things. So at this point, we're sitting here looking at like this 50-50 thing. Here's another topic that nobody gets facts on. We just argue about things with no facts, just opinions. So what do opinions make? Opinions eventually make chaos, right? It's just a chaotic thing. So we're gonna start at the top. I'm gonna do it like this because there's so many. I went through this and I was like, I didn't even really know which ones to choose, pros versus cons, but I wanted them equal as much as I possibly could. So instead of doing all the pros, just in case people are bouncing back and forth from the For You page or looking at this live, we're going to go, I'll give you a pro and then we're going to give you a con, but we're going to throw some facts behind it. Like, not just throw out some mess. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so let's look at it. One of the pros of splitting bills 50-50. Research suggests that financial equality within relationships can contribute to feelings of fairness and satisfaction. Now, remember, we've crossed over into this COVID time period. We actually need help. We need family. We took a mass exodus of divorce after 2020. Crazy. And now those homes that were in the family that was supported by two incomes, now they're in foreclosure, and people are renting apartments. There's no ownership. They're making neighborhoods now. But like I said, I don't want to just give you the BS. I give you those facts, right? So, Pew Research Center. I always, you hear me say a lot about Pew Research. So, roughly 78% of couples believe sharing household financial responsibilities is important for maintaining successful relationships. That's 78%. That is so high, man. How can you beat that? But we're arguing amongst each other online on this social media on the bull crap. I'm better than you. Submit crap. Man, we need to survive. We're here together now. Now, yes, man, there are some men out here that make six figures. They make very great money. But that's high, and that number's so small, 0.03%. But the rest, you have so many great men out here, great women out here. But we want to we keep creating financial burdens, and we're not even in relationships. We're like, I just want mine. We're so selfish when we're not thinking about our future. We have a house, but we're going to let that go for a one-bedroom apartment that the rent costs more than the mortgage on the house that's almost paid for. Now we're getting a divorce. Think about it. But let's look at a con. I have a con for it. Okay. When there is income differences and issues between partners, splitting bills 50-50 can put undue strain and stress on one partner while creating additional tension, right? So if we split this stuff 50-50 and we didn't come in saying, we're going to do this as a team, because we're rocking with it. Now, we say that we're ride and dies, but really we need to have some ride and lives, right? We need the people that's going to go through life with us and live with us. But right here, it's saying that strain that comes with it, right? That pressure. Because as soon as somebody cuts, because I do mine, you do you. Instead of like, hey, let's come together here. Let's make this work. Let's create some loyalty. Whoa. Let's use some character. Let's sprinkle in a little integrity. Because if we do this together, if two of us are together, we can make it. Because, I did a video a long time ago. I haven't seen one dog yet that can pick up the phone, call 911, and say, yes, he's having a heart attack. I haven't seen any cats do that. But this is where we are. We've replaced humans with animals, and we've replaced humans with video games, fellas. We just stayed online. Right? So we don't even know how to come together financially, because we don't even know how to come together mentally or physically. But if we do come together financially, mentally, and physically, then we will have a 70%, 78% chance of success rate in our marriage relationships, or even in those together relationship, new homes, right? Amazing. All right, so now we're gonna do another pro. 50-50, splitting the bills pro. All right. Reduce, which is, I'm probably going to be a little repetitive. I'm going to try not to. I tried to filter these out the best way I could, but let's look at it. To reduce those financial burdens, right? Now, let's think about it right now. Well, let me give you a stat. And this is from the American Psychological Association. This is not from K, all right? Financial stress has an impact, a big impact on mental health. By sharing financial responsibilities among several people at once and relieving individual anxiety, remember that's what men deal with in that stressful environment. That's why things start working on men, right? Relieve anxiety could reduce stress for individual men while potentially improving their mental well-being. So this is a pro. Let's look at one more. And 72% of Americans are stressed out about money, at least some of the time. 72% of everybody is just stressed out about some form of money. Sounds familiar? So let's talk about real world stuff, right? Real world stuff. Now, right now you're dating and playing house. All right? So a lot of dudes, you know you're out here putting yourself in a financial bind. You're living in a one bedroom apartment or in somebody's basement or on somebody's couch or back at home. Your money's been cut. Now, if you do happen to find somebody to share your life with and you're saving, you're pulling yourself back up, you have to think about what you have going on. Not just now, but for the future. Because in that relationship, when you come together and you create that bond together, it's hard to break bonds that come together, that's those solid things. And back in those traditional time frames, people had to come together. And it made the biggest difference. Right? Huge. Now, like I said, real world. Let's look at it real world. Let's say me boyfriend, her girlfriend. Girlfriend has apartment, one bedroom, $3,000 a month. Boyfriend has an apartment, $3,000 a month. Boyfriend and girlfriend go back and forth between each other's homes. While all of that money is being just poured down the drain for somebody else to live comfortably on their yacht, driving their nice Lamborghini Porsche, because they're gonna have multiple cars from apartments. That's $5,000 from $6,000. Sorry, bad math. $6,000 from both of you. We're talking about getting into some big house prices. If you can afford $5,000 a month, you can afford a $600,000 home. Yeah, I thought crickets, right? So it just makes sense. So stop playing house with these relationships. Finances are together. I mean, you gotta think. Sorry, I'm getting a little dry. This boy's getting hot in Florida. But anyway, finances, you have to think. Because that's going to be a part of your future with this person. So if this person's going to be a part of your future as well, then she's marrying your finances and he's marrying your finances. Because as long as you keep them so separate and you don't talk about the issues, because that man may have low finances and that woman may have a great job, but you guys need to work those financial issues out in the beginning. Talk about it in the beginning. You want to go a step further? I told my daughters one time, I said, look, you want to see if he really likes you? Open up a bank account and you all put $100 in it every month. Let's see. Put both names on it. Let's see how much you both really like each other. That would have made them $2,400 in that year. Didn't do it. Couldn't make it. They couldn't even get past the $100 to put in the month. Now they did some dreaming, but didn't do any doing. And these are children, finances. Now we're talking about older people, grown people, people with jobs, people with children. 20 and above, really. And we're arguing over money, but we're spending it frivolously for bullcrap on things that don't help us. But let's go ahead. Let me go over to a con. I want to go over to a con because gotta be fair. Gotta be fair. Hey, Kauri. All right. Now, a lot of times people get undervalued. The people that, the non-monetary contributors, the people that don't give enough, or they're not supplying enough in the relationship. They don't, you know, um, such as like childcare, housework, going to that. So it feels unequal, right? And so people start when they do that 50-50, when they do 50-50, or they just want my own stuff, right? They tend to have these issues because it's still, you're not coming together, but you're still needing to put that together, and you're separated. However, you haven't talked about it. Once again, right? Now, this is a stat. The people that don't contribute to things like childcare, let's say if the man comes in and he doesn't contribute to childcare that female certain may have, or that man may have, right? They don't contribute, right? Can contribute to 25% of women feeling financially insecure. This is a stat. This is not from me. So let's look at these things. Why are we having these 50-50 conversations? Because we're not having conversations about, real finances. Let's say if I meet the woman of my dreams, and man, I'm trying to be very careful about how I say this. You meet the woman of your dreams, fellas. And you get there and you and you just straight up honest. I don't have it. I live here. I don't dress like that. I'm one of the common men here. But this is what I do, and this is where I'm going, and this is how you give her a plan. And then you let that woman choose your plan and not choose just you or that bullcrap story or mask that we fake out with. Let that woman choose your plan, man. And your whole life will change with her. It'll start off correctly. But when you let her choose your delusion, do not, men, stop letting women choose your delusion, giving them delusion as a choice for your financial situation. And now you can't afford that. You can't afford anything. And the expectations that were there aren't being met. So whenever expectations aren't being met, that's the first step to things going sideways. Okay? Right? All right. Let's look at this. Let's look at another pro. Okay, another pro. I'm gonna skip through the list. Ooh, I have so many. Okay, here's a good one. Communication skills. All right. Communication skills are strengthened when you do this 50-50 and you come together with it. It's strengthened, right? Now, couples that regularly, I can't make this up, man. I've lived this. I mean, I want you guys to think about this. Couples that regularly discuss finances and make joint decisions tend to develop stronger communication abilities that contribute to good relationship health. So we've set it up top, 78%. We're saying it down here. Relationship health increases. Communication increases because you're talking about your financial structure up front and you're not lying about it. And now you say, look, I got to do 50-50. I can't afford this. And now I'm straight up with it where it's like, no, I can handle it all. No, you can't. If you're lying to yourself, you're lying to her. Tell her the truth. I can't cover it. It changes things. Now, if you're able to do it, hey, man, do your thing. But if you're living in the delusion and you're selling her delusion, you're delivering her delusion as a man, it's better to be a man and say, I can't do it and I can do 50-50. I can do 10-90. I can do 0.2 whatever, It's better to do it that way. and have those discussions up front, because these concerns are the ones that knock relationships out, knock marriages out, knock friendships out, knock businesses out. This, because we don't talk about it in those relationships, right? Now, let's look at this one. We got to give a con. Give a con. All right. Since, and we may hear this a little bit. Let's give a con. Impact on relationship longevity. Studies reveal that financial differences can be an indicator of divorce. I can't make this up. Okay. Impact on relationship longevity. Financial disagreements early in a relationship have been shown to predict divorce with up to 30% more likelihood that the relationship will definitely dissolve. 30%. So if you don't talk about your finances up front, you have a 30% chance of a divorce. Off rip. That's, let alone you just lie to yourself and lie to everybody else. You wearing your mask, telling whatever stories you Wonder Man or Ant Man or whatever you are, right? Being a social media hero. This is going to impact your relationship 30%, your marriage 30% off rip. So you can just look at that woman that you're dealing with right now, and you can think to yourself, I haven't dealt with any financial situation. I haven't broke bread with her on anything about my empty bank account, and she hasn't broke bread with me. But I'm not dealing with what she's doing. I'm gonna deal with me, because I have to be the truth, and I'm gonna be that truth with that woman. And now that I do it, right, I gain 30%. But if I don't do it, if you haven't done it, men, you starting at 70%. Just because you didn't discuss your finances. Where are you going to go from there? Now you got to worry about discussing your habits or discussing your expectations. Everything's just subtracting. Sometimes I say, to my friends all the time, relationships will be better once people learn numbers. See what the loss is. Right? All right. So let's go to another pro. Pro for 50-50, bringing that household together, because that's what really 50-50 should mean, is bringing that household together. Right? It's when you're separated and you're like, I got yours, you got mine. No, we're trying to bring this together, right? So let's see. Let's get a big number here. All right. I love this one. Let me make sure. Yep, this one's it. Okay. Now, when you go in together and you've discussed your finances, and because once you're discussing, because people, when you start discussing your money, your resources, that's where your heart lives, right? And where your heart lives, that's where your dreams live. So now you guys get to dream together, right? Now, when you're discussing your finances, you also get to know what someone's dreams are. Yeah. So men, if you discuss your finances with these ladies, your mental health gets better, and you get to see where her dreams are with your resources and hers. Right? You get to discuss this now. You get to set goals. Because we don't really look at the goals. And you get to look for success in the future. Wait a minute, now we're looking at the future because we discussed finances. It's this thing in project management called the triple constraint. What you want, which is future. Do you have the time, and do you have the resources for it? If you don't have the time, and you don't have the money, you can't get what you want. But think about this. Let me tell you the stats. Accomplishing financial goals together, such as saving for a home, instead of those 3,000 one bedroom, 600 square foot apartments, depending on where you live, right? Oh, and rent keeps going up and up. Um, it'll strengthen relationship bonds while giving both individuals a sense of fulfillment. Couples with joint financial goals. Now, watch, listen, men. You're out here seeking this woman. First, square your finances away, square your mind away, square your body away. And when you find that woman, when you're doing what you need to do, she will be delivered to you, and then you will know, like, hey, let me see if this is an imposter, right? What are your goals? What is your future? What is your future you? How can I include you with my future me? Because we always wonder, like, why do I keep getting the wrong one? Because we don't have the hard conversations, man. Yeah. And women, let me tell you, you know how hard it is for a man to tell you he's broke? We don't want to do that. We want to dazzle you with, diamonds and pearls and stuff and big meals and stuff we can't afford, and the credit card runs dry. And now we're in debt. We look horrible to you now. We're angry. And we start going down and down and down. Yes. All right. Well, 31% highest success rate in achieving your goals when you're together. 31%. So if you come into the relationship at 100%, and you talk about, because if you don't talk about your relationship goals and your finances, you lose 30%. But if you gain 30%, you're 130% into a relationship and marriage that can last. But if you don't, that's when we lose, fellas. And it's okay. Dude, I remember being in the living room with two lawn chairs, getting toilet paper from Wendy's and silverware and spoons, because they had the best stuff, I'm just saying. Napkins. Big gulp cup. No dish detergent. No bed. No toilet paper. No soap. No towels. I know. So, man, check it out. Be upfront with it. Let that woman love you for you and not your things or for the delusion that you're delivering. It'll change everything. Okay? Now, I'm gonna close. Well, I'm gonna start. We have two more, and then I'm gonna give you my conclusion. All right. Okay. Wait, do I owe you a con? I think I owe you a con. All right. Okay. Now, this one jumped out at me. When you don't come together and merge yourself, and I'm not saying merge yourself with just everybody. I mean, you have to do some homework. You got to just tell you the truth first, and then you're going to know if you're mergeable, compatible. All right? Now, when you juggle two streams of income, it complicates financial planning. It complicates future goals. Because it's like this person's spending this, and you're looking at, I'm like, I'm saving, and you're spending. Or I'm spending, and you're saving. Which one is it? And then we start comparing to it. We start getting a little angst. Like, hold on, bro. You spend a lot of you spend a lot of money on that, and I've been eating salads. I'm trying to make sure we can get this house. So you start getting chaos, causing this confusion. So future planning goes out the window. Remember that 30% that I was talking about at the beginning that you lose? 47% of couples with separate finances find financial planning for future goals challenging. That's 50%. No house, no picket fence for the kids, no yard, no future wealth for your children. You're just giving that to the apartment complex or your rental office. No savings, no stocks, nothing. 50%. And then you don't even try to reach your goal anymore. Like, I wanted to go to school. Now, well, you had somebody there to help you. But I can do it on my own. No. You got to come together. 50-50 has been a confusion with social media. They need to stop saying it and say, we're coming together. Are you willing to come together with me? Are you willing to get on a budget now with me? To have a financial plan, a financial strategy with me now. Are you willing to watch my savings with me as I watch my future with you? Are you willing? And if you are, let's do it now. Let's not wait. Let's do it now. Instead of me spending $400 for a meal, how about we put $300 in an account and let's see how our savings grow. Let me see how we grow financially, and let me discuss to you and tell you the honest truth. Like, you know what? I can't afford a $400 meal. Now, what I can afford, I can afford to cook for you. I can afford the grocery store because I have to afford leftovers. I don't have it like I used to. I've been divorced. I'm on child support. I'm paying alimony. Think, man. Dude, man, all of this. I'm giving you facts out here where these people are giving you that BS. The bull dookie. Nobody wants bull dookie. But you keep eating it. Consuming this social media bull crap. Like, hey, man, you're not finding the right woman because you're lying. You're lying about your actual finances, which you know is going to be a problem by 70%. And if you don't talk about it, now you get 30% off the 70. I don't know if you guys can add, but 30 plus 70 equals 100% that your marriage will probably end in divorce. Come on, man. It's it's just not worth it. It's not worth it to your pocket. It's not worth it to your future planning. It's not worth it when you're hungry or in the store. It's not worth it when you try to pay for something. Try to buy a pack of gum and your credit card is declined. Or you try to buy some food because you're hungry and it's declined. Can't pay your mortgage, can't pay your bills. But you also need to know about that other person. What are they doing with their money? What are they doing with that? Because now they're going to be a part of you. Where, you know, you, on the other side, it's so transactional. But when you actually pull it together, it's like we're a unit now, man. We have to make we decisions, not me decisions. Those me decision days are out the window. How do you spend your time? Because that's how you spend your money as well. And ladies, don't judge that book by its cover. Because I'm going to tell you what somebody said about me. They said, Kauri, you're a diamond. You're just in a Walmart bag. And I was like, ugh. But then, I thought about it. It's like, hey, I give you, thank you. I get it. I get it. So it's a lot of diamonds that you see. But right now, they may look like they're in a trash bag. But open up the bag and see what's in it. Because a man that's shoveling dookie, that's just a crap shoveler, a good woman can love him enough. And he will become motivated and build in him to be the owner of a crap shoveling company, and he'll never have to shovel crap again. There's a lot of pros and cons that I talked about, and I associated it with real world stuff. The stuff that we're going through right now. Not this bull crap. Oh, we just talking about it. I hate 50-50. Oh, you should take care of your woman. Man, look, let's be real. Jokers out here are broke. I mean, taxes are ridiculous. But since we don't add and we don't like to read anymore or get facts, we don't vote. We don't help ourselves. Men, this is your time to vote for yourself. Because you're hurting because you don't have certain things. You know, all the things that I said, the pros and cons, now it depends on how you apply them, right? But you have to talk about it. You have to. We gotta have some communication, understanding, real understanding, some real standards. Like this is a standard, so it comes with accountability, because this is a 30% risk against us. And I don't know if any of you guys been in a divorce, but those are heavyweight losses. All right. And it just it depends on things like your circumstances, how your relationship is currently going or starting, where you're from, your culture, your relationship history. Oh yeah, your relationship history. Because a lot of people, we don't think that that person has been hit by somebody else. We just expect. Do you do you think he should marry again if he's paying alimony or child support? Sunflower girl, do I? Yes, I do. Why wouldn't a man get married again? But once again, I need to discuss that with that lady and say, hey, look, I have alimony of $200, blah blah. I have child support of $1,020. What comes out of this is what I can afford. And then that way, if that woman is full of expectations for him to be somewhere else, then she can just go ahead and walk away. And fellas, let her walk. Women, let him walk. If he's not down with taking care of how your finances need to be, if it's coming together, let them walk, because you're at a 30% loss. So, yeah, marriage is a beautiful thing. Half of these, I mean, I have to really search for men's mental health things because try to stay off of relationship that just that blah blah bull crap that I tell you guys about. I try to stay away from that. But most men have problems after a relationship. It's something to do with a relationship, something to do around some form of woman or their partner, whatever it is. It is insane. But those same men, when they get love from that individual, they flourish. I mean, love is the best cure for depression for men. If they could put love in a pill, men would just wouldn't they'd be at work on time, everything. They wouldn't be depressed. Be jolly. They get motivated off of that. Hate, they don't. Um, Let me see. All right, and thanks for that. Thanks for that question. Thanks for that question. So, guys, it's been a wonderful night. Um, so I hope you got something out of this because I want you to stop looking at some of these things they say online. Let's actually define it. It's just a bunch of bull dookie. But let's look at the facts. Like if I don't come together with myself financially and understand, have self awareness, and not be ashamed of who I am and what I have, because my future me, I can have more. I gotta put it out there. I gotta run after that promise. But I gotta be upfront and honest and stop delivering men because this is for you. This is your platform. Stop delivering women delusions. Deliver a woman a plan with your financial background, with your financial actions, so that she knows, like, hey, this is just what it is. And I guarantee you, that woman will hang out longer with you. It will last longer. We have facts, we have statistical data. Trust the wisdom. So I thank you guys for listening in. Thank you. We had a good time. I want you to know 1st of June, that first week of June, we're doing the men's conference. All right. It's going to be, well, man, I can't wait to start advertising for it. So you guys you can go ahead and sign up. I'm on every platform, YouTube, Instagram, Rumble. I'm on, meet me there. Meet me there. And also for the men, sign up. This is a men thing, but I'm taking women that have man boys, the sons, okay? Because at any age, if you have a son that's 56 years old, you can come to the class because you still have a child. Sorry, I don't know if they let you know, so I'm doing it. And we're gonna hit that in June. We're gonna change the format around next week and Friday. Since we've done a 14 days man sprint with pure facts, ED, everything. I mean, we've been down the gamut. So on Friday, I'm gonna open it up. I want questions. I'm gonna let you guys just pop in whatever you wanna. Now we are not gonna discuss that mess. We're gonna come with straight facts, okay? Because we're trying to heal people. All right. I don't want to just give you some pain medicine. I want to give you the cure. I'm telling you right now, here's 30% of your relationship if you work out your financial goals with your person. You got 30% chance. That's awesome. All right. So thank you guys. Much life, much love. Believe that.